Oh my god! Alright, so we got pretty much a full garage right now. The focus is up on the lift because the fuel pump went out of it, which is hilarious. Because I just put new injectors in it and went to fire it up and there was nothing. And unfortunately that's going to be apart for at least a couple days because AutoZone wanted $295 for that fuel pump, which was hell no. And so I went on Rock Auto and the same pump, I don't know if it was the same part number, but for the same thing basically, it was 90 bucks. So we'll wait until Monday to save 200 bucks. And then there's 3 bikes over here. The engine for the RX-7, I got the new F-body pan on it. Brand new F-body pan for 100 bucks. Couldn't believe that with the pickup, everything. Had to modify the windage tray a little bit, but still making some progress on that thing. I was working on Jack Black a little bit off camera because I'm tired of looking like an idiot with this thing. So I'm trying to just knock stuff out off camera a little bit here and there. That way the stuff that is on camera hopefully is more just entertainment value, because entertainment value is where I like to think that I'm pretty good. Factual value. Am I good at factual stuff, Max? Ooh, hey buddy. Yeah, you want to get in here too? Fixed a couple things on the Suburban yesterday. But those are all pretty much at a standstill right now because we have to wait for the fuel pump for the, almost called that the RX-7, for the Focus. Need to order a couple more things for Jack Black. The Suburban, it needs some stuff, but it's not urgent. I'm not gonna fuck with it. Well, I mean, it needs a rod, which I have the rod. I just need to tear the engine apart, and I really don't want to do that because right now that's the most reliable vehicle I have. Because that has issues, that has issues. That isn't running right, which that's not registered anyway. The RX-7's a roller. Let's see. Well, my bike is fixed. So that leaves us with Goldie Hawn to fuck with. Way over there, all by her lonesome. And the thing I gotta do to Goldie Hawn is rebuild the rear end, because it's howling right now, and I haven't had it apart in, I think, like 2 years. It is the last time I've had it like apart. I've had the cover off to inspect things. But yeah, I was playing around with it a couple weeks ago and I made a hasty exit from somewhere and the rear end wasn't happy with it. So I think the pinion bearing is giving up. And I never replaced the pinion bearings or anything like that. I just put a new diff in it, and there were new bearings with that, but the thing, it needs to get rebuilt. So the diff is still fine. I think it's just the pinion bearing. But while I've got it apart, super pasty there we go. But while I've got it apart, I am going to try some different gears in it. It has 410s in it right now. I'm going to drop those to 373s. Now it is a centrifugal supercharger, not a pro charger. It's a Vortec. Centrifugal superchargers are, well, just about any supercharger really is mostly RPM based. There is load factors in there, but most of what determines the boost with these is RPM. So you would think that going from 410s to 373s would hurt that a little bit, but I've talked to a few different people that are way smarter than me, and they all think that with the little bit taller gears I can put a little bit more boost in it and mile an hour out the back door a whole lot more. So that's kind of what we're thinking. So now I just have to get everything kind of out of the way and get that up on the lift. Alright, so here is the rear end of the truck. Like I said, these are currently 410s that's in it right now. And then what we got over here is a set of 373s from Elite Gear with a complete master install kit. All the bearings and shims and bolts, new crush sleeve. These are, well, this brand, not these exact ones obviously because his is a Dodge, but these are what Justin runs in his Turbo Ram, and I think he said he's been 12s with them. something like that, and he's had them in there for like 3 years, abusing the heck out of them. So as long as we can get them in here and get them all set up right, I know that they'll definitely last us. And then borrowed this dial indicator from Chris. Thanks, buddy. So first step is let's get these out and measure everything that we got in there right now. Well, we can pry on the teeth of the gear since we're not going to be reusing it. Actually, before we take that out, I want to use this to practice measuring backlash real quick. Okay, so we got this set up to practice measuring the backlash of things, and she's a little sloppy. 45 thousandths. But yeah, when I sent the picture of those to Justin, his first response was, LOL, those gears are trashed. So, yep, now we can rip it out, have a little bit of an idea what we're doing with measuring the backlash. I'll take that. That's just Chris's, it doesn't have to be clean. And then try and get this thing all shimmed correctly. I have to go over and borrow the neighbor's press for the bearings.
I had an idea something's gonna go wrong real quick.
Yeah, I'm having that idea right now.
Oh, there we go.
Heck yeah.
If I'm right, these fuckers are backwards.
Yeah, reverse thread.
No, they come out the right way.
Are you sure? Because you're tightening.
Oh, yeah.
That's a weird sound. Or was that you? Huh.
Maybe I ought to oil it.
Pretty sure there's gonna be a bunch of people saying, no, you shouldn't do it that way. And before anyone starts throwing a fit about me hammering on some threads, the kit does come with brand new bolts, so we're not reusing those.
And we don't care.
There's a little bit of that. There she is. There it is. We'll take that over, get this one pressed off so we can measure the thickness of that one, that shim, and then try to and try to match it up with one in there. Alright, so new bearings are on the diff. Got 37 thousandths shims on the pinion. We're gonna test fit it without the crush sleeve or seal.
Oh yeah, I got the nut and wash.
Yeah, I'll nut. And we did put the new races in the housing there. I need to get the ring on the diff and then get that in place. I think for now we're going to reuse these shims and check the pattern there and then shim it accordingly. And I have like a chart. And I have, what?
I can tell if I put the bearing in first.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Anyway, I do have a chart that shows like if your pattern looks like this, shim it this way and all that. So we're gonna be using that too. I gotta get this ring on. Alright, So we got it all in there and together, and there is like almost zero backlash right now. It's like 1/1000th. So Dr. Diff recommended that we move some shim from the driver's side over to the passenger side. He said that the pattern on it looks good, but we should paint some more and then test it. So we're going to pull it out and move some shim over. See if I can do this one-handed. There we go. Alright, back in there, re-shimmed. I'll have to paint some more teeth so we can look at the pattern before getting it all tight. Check the backlash first. Here, you can hold this. Some of that's me fucking with the pinion, but pretty close to like 6 or 7.
Yeah, 6 to 8.
Yeah, Justin said you can be 6 to 10. He prefers 6 to 8. What? Let's still do some painting first. Goddamn vacuum seal. You want to do your best Bob Ross impression, or hold the Bob Ross, or do you want to hold the camera?
Yeah.
See how far that bit gets us. Yeah, it is pretty centered.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send a picture of it to Justin just to double check, but backlash is where it should be. That hopefully is where it should be. And then we can throw it all back together. Alright, so we repainted it and did it again just so that we could get more clear marks on there. And then there is the, what is this, the crew side, I think. And it should go without saying that our work here does not reflect the work of Justin Baker and Dr. Differential and Speed Shop. He is just advising us through text. So when this thing blows up, it's not his fault.
But we'll blame him.
Alright, we got the rear end pretty much all together. We just have to put the calipers and wheels and stuff on. And then we also, oh, and the drive shaft. And then we also have to go and get new fluid, which I will do in the morning, because it is 11 right now and everywhere is closed. So I guess we will pick this up in the morning. Alright, so we got the truck all together. All we gotta do now is just fill it up with some of the gear oil, get the tires back on it, and then I have to load a new tune in it. That way the truck knows that it has 373s instead of the 410s. And I am going to follow the break-in procedure for these, which I think was basically like just take it easy for the first 100 miles and then change the fluid to get any contaminants and stuff out of there. So I'm gonna throw the oil in it right now and get that all in there, put the new tune in it, and then basically just cruise it around. So there isn't gonna be any like hard thrashing at the end of this, sorry. Also, I really need new tires for this thing. I am really surprised at how long these lasted, but man, they are toast. I bought these, God, like a year and a half ago, and I have not been nice to them. No idea what he's doing out there, but it sounds pretty good. All right, right complete, close, key off, open door, but let's see if it starts up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, ah no! Let it idle for a bit because I haven't had this thing fired up in probably like 4 days. temperature and we're looking good, so I'm gonna take it on a quick little cruise. Probably only like 10 or 12 miles just to see how close everything is. I'm really hoping it doesn't whine, because I did my best to follow Justin's direction as closely as I could, but I don't know. Still makes me nervous. Alright, so the speedometer is reading a little high. That won't be shit to fix. GPS says we're doing about 45. Speedometer showing like 48, 49. Well, it's a little high. That shouldn't be a big deal to change. I'll just play with the numbers a little bit until it's really close, which is what I had to do last time. Listen to this, we're doing about 50. There's no gear whine, so I think we're gonna be good there. But I am still just going to take it easy for the first 100 miles and let them break in and then change the fluid, but man. God, I love this truck. Alright, so I got the truck back to my place. It's only got about 17 miles or so on it. And the gears are doing fine. For whatever reason, my transmission fluid is low, which is kind of sketchy. And I wish I had known that before I put like 17 miles on it. So I think I'm going to run and grab some more tranny fluid in a little bit. But the rear end, which is the focus of this video, is doing awesome. So I'm going to end the video here before I give myself a chance to fail. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. We'll see you next time.